What's up, guys? It's your boy Chazzy P here on YouTube as ever. We've got that ad revenue coming in. Don't forget to download Raid Shadow Legends, who are excellent for the channel. Here we go. We've got a great guest on our channel today. It is none other than Lucia Creates.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, Lucia Creates.
Whoa! We have got some videos to review today.
We do.
This is proper cringy and we love it.
We do.
Yeah, excellent. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment and Patreon. We want all your money.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget to send us money.
Subscribe on Instagram, YouTube,
TikTok, we're everywhere.
Exactly, everywhere.
Make sure you subscribe to me and give a like to Lucia's channel too.
Head on over to my channel. Not this.
We're supposed to be working together here, but no worries.
Anyway,
the first video for us to watch today. Do you want to introduce it?
I do. It's Spot the Imposter, or we might want to say Imposter, because we've got 7 pastors, but 2 of them are atheists.
No way!
Yeah, way.
Oh.
Can you figure out who the imposter is? That is the question this morning.
Let's swap to the video in.
I'm a pastor.
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 So what about an introduction to start things off? My name is Jay. I'm an Episcopal priest.
I'm Don, pastor, non-denominational.
Dominic, Lutheran pastor.
Paul, youth pastor, SPC.
Paul wore a whole suit, and I was like, oh, maybe he's overcompensating. Like, I don't know what a pastor would wear on a Saturday. Maybe it's this suit.
So I'm Zach, former Calvary Chapel pastor, and now like fully Calvary guy.
Whoa! Yes.
Youth pastor, non-denominational.
I'm Anna, largely non-denominational, kind of all over the place over the years.
I went to Calvary Chapel Bible College.
Come on, dude! Yeah.
And then did the Veritas program, so a degree in theology with a focus in biblical studies.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Actually, not really a formal institution, but I grew up in such a rural area, there was just nothing for so far. So almost more like an apprenticeship kind of context.
Yeah.
Tiny town with tinier towns around it, so we all would kind of come to the same Lutheran church, primarily, when I was studying.
What kind of Lutheran church?
Again, such a small area that just Luther. There's so few people to get
Generic
in.
brand.
Yes, generic, run-of-the-mill Lutherans.
I like that.
Immediately, I thought, well, if she's a Lutheran pastor, she would definitely say which denomination she would be.
What town did you grow up in?
Upper Michigan, actually. Very small area.
What town?
Near Marquette. It's kind of one of the big cities around there, but
Gotcha.
it's the one that someone would know.
Anna spoke in very general terms. I don't even think she knew the city that she came from, but she knew the city that was next to the city she came from. And at that point, I was done.
You mentioned that you didn't grow up in the church.
Right.
More of that going around?
Sure. Okay, totally.
So I've been there all my life, was baptized at 7 years old. I don't think I really became a believer until I was 30, to be perfectly honest. I did it because I was brought up, and this is what you're supposed to do. You do what they do, and what they say, and you believe, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, and then I got kicked out.
From what I knew about Lutherans, there should have been a very specific answer to that question, and that kind of threw me off.
ANNA. Done.
Of course, the woman's not. Check your bias. Bye.
Being the only woman in the group today was a little tricky. Obviously, not being able to always edge my way into the conversation was not able to present it in the way that I would have liked and that I thought would have been more effective.
So let's start with the question of what does atheism mean to you?
I talk to my kids a lot about agnosticism, more than I talk about atheism, just because of the oversimplification of like, as an atheist, I don't believe in God. Well, it's like, well, what is God?
I go back to like what Augustine the Hippo said, right? Like all hearts are restless until they find rest in God. An atheist is not the enemy. It's not just because you don't believe in the God that I love and serve. Doesn't mean you're the enemy. It means that you're restless in your heart and you're trying to search for meaning and belonging in anything other than God.
I'd be curious to know if anybody on the stage that did not have a real serious questioning time.
You start.
Yeah, go for
You
it.
are very quiet, and that's just a little sus to me.
What was the question?
You are the best
What brought
dressed.
you out of
so-
that?
I'm a little overdressed today. So the question was, have I ever wrestled with faith? To be honest, I wrestled more with my calling, more than my faith. My faith, once I had an experience, an encounter with God out of drug addiction, my faith was pretty solid. But with the calling, I think I wrestled countless amount of times. In high school, my parents decided to split, and that's when I really went on a frenzy with drug addiction. I struggled with crystal meth, from my junior year. I think that's what really put me to the pit of my life, the most rock bottom of my life, and the only way I could go is to look up.
So I have a question. How do we feel about eschatology?
Well, we're amillennial.
You're on millennial. Okay.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
cool.
so,
Okay.
yeah, we are in the end times.
Yeah,
We were the second
totally.
Jesus said it was
Yeah,
finished.
I have a lot more openness to the on-mill position than I did. Growing up, Calvary Chapel was like hyper
Yeah, and
dispensational.
this is a really, I'm like
Hyper
this is such a
dispensational
sensitive
pre-mill,
subject
you
for
know?
me because of the sensationalism.
Because of your background.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
and
So on-mill, that's okay. It's cool.
Hey, I don't expect the end time anytime soon.
I sensed maybe a little bit of woundedness that he was putting forth, and wondering if maybe that was part of what he was using as a mask there.
I won't lie to you, Jay looked super familiar, and I was banking on him being a paid actor that I had seen in something before.
There was a tie. The tie is between Jay and Daniel. I will give you each on the clock 30 seconds to state your case.
I don't know what to say except that I think I should have not voted for the redo. Other than that, went to seminary 85 to 88, MDiv, Episcopal priest for 35 years. I thought what was going to do me in is I'm really liberal, and you guys just killed me on that. So that's basically it.
I know what to say. I am a pastor. Please don't vote me out. It's as simple as that. I know that I've been ordained for a bit, and I'm in this new congregation I'm really excited about. And the reason that I actually came was because I heard that there was some cash, and I was like, I really want to take the kids on a cool trip, and so I really want to split some of this cash for the kids in the youth group. So that's why I'm here, and I don't want to get voted out. Also, don't be homophobic in June.
I was a youth pastor, man. We had budgets for that kind of stuff. I didn't used to use my own personal money.
I definitely saw the heart in Jay, and I felt like Daniel was more of a presentation.
I told you. Wow. Called it.
If the lights turn green, that means the mole is out and you win. If the lights turn red, that means the mole is still in the box and you lose. 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Nice. Good job, guys.
Can the moles please reveal themselves? 1, 2, 3.
Wow. But I'm gonna pray against the rest of
Oh yeah. Hey, my apologies, man.
Absolutely.
My apologies.
Absolutely.
And Calvary Chapel, all of that was real?
I do have a degree in theology from Calvary Chapel.
Got it.
A big part of it was a personal desire for knowledge and understanding of my own existence. So that was really what drove the course. And I wanted to feel like I was doing everything I could to get those answers.
So I have actually worked in the church for about 8 years total as a pianist and organist on and off. So I had a lot to draw from.
Here's what got me as a Lutheran.
I know what
there
it
are
is.
no general Lutherans.
Yes. Yes. That got me.
Well, no, that really is the thing. Though, is I'm from such a loosely populated area that really is the case. Is there's so little that even brings people together. There's a lot of churches that are people who are strongly Catholic, strongly Lutheran, that will all be in the same place because a whole town will be like a gas station, a corner store, and 10 houses.
Pastors actually think a little bit more deeply about people and their condition of their soul. And I really hope that those who view this would actually seek out that type of spiritual direction as well.
How did you guys all find that video? Did you figure out who the imposter was, or did you get fooled? What were some of the signs that gave it away, or what were some of the things that actually kept you confused? I hope that you found the questions quite good to think through. Maybe some were easy, some were hard. I think that last question about people coming to church or going to Christian events or going to Bible school and they're not Christians, what does that tell us about everyone who comes to church, everyone who goes to Christian festivals? What do we need to learn for ourselves about that? And what do we need to think about when we're talking to people? What is it that we need to do? Speaking of talking and discussing, we're going to move on to our next video, which is all about finding a middle ground between Christians and atheists. They ask questions which actually they might actually agree on. Even though they don't agree on religion, they might agree on some smaller things. But that is the next video. I hope you're ready.
Can I have all of my atheists over there? Can I have all my believers over here? Pineapple belongs on pizza.
You gotta be kidding.
My wife will not have a pizza unless there's pineapple on it.
You can try anything on pizza. So
Yeah.
why not pineapple?
I'm gonna bring in the disagreeers.
Pineapple pizza.
Pizza.
Pizza. I like the taste of the cheese, the sauce, and the bread. That's it.
It's like candy though. It's like having candy on a pizza. It's
No,
like two good
how
things.
wrong is that? It's like putting M&Ms on a pizza.
Time. Back to our side.
Say something.
I believe, as a person, I have room for improvement.
Oh, look, we all agree.
We all have room for improvement.
That's my aspiration on a daily basis, is to be a better person.
We're always learning.
I used to think at some point I would actualize into, I've made it. I've made it into maturity and wisdom. No.
You're a teenager, you think, when I'm in college, I'll have it figured out.
Yep.
When I graduate, I'll have it figured out. When I get married, I'll have it figured out. When I have kids, I'll have it figured out. But we're always...
We won't reach perfection till we get to heaven. Down here is an imperfect world. Our knowledge is imperfect. Our bodies are imperfect. Our world is imperfect.
I mean, I'm agreeing with you, but it's the delivery of it.
All right.
We understand
Improvement.
it, but...
Right.
Let's stay up.
We all. What was the question? We all believe that we have room for improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly.
All right, Alyssa, I acknowledge you for keeping very, very focused and not getting ever heated, but staying focused.
I appreciate your honesty and the way you stand up for what you believe.
Nancy, you have a presence of self. You have a very still, very centered quality to you that is very admirable.
Christine, I acknowledge you for not running out of the room when you were in a controversial conversation. I acknowledge you for standing your ground, for believing what you believe, and you've got a lot of fight in you. Nice to meet you all.
Bye, guys. Are we invited to the wedding?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll see you when
Put a hashtag. Oh, no, thank you.
they send their and I can't make it. I'll let you guys know.
Thank you. Smart.
guys, it's Charlie back. Just me. It's me and thee, and we are now talking about the video we've just seen. Do you think it's easy to get into arguments about God? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's a bad idea? I have always found it really easy to be sucked in to an argument online when someone says something completely wrong about the faith that I have or about God. Definitely remember someone saying, I went to a Christian funeral the other day and it was all about Jesus. It wasn't even about the person that died. How ridiculous is that? And I said to myself, actually, I want my funeral to all be about Jesus. That is who I am. That is my central character. I want people to hear about Jesus when I die. And this guy couldn't believe what I was saying. He thought I was absolutely crazy. But I wanted him to know that other people felt that way, and that the church just hadn't done this guy dirty at his funeral. Anyway, so we've done this one. We've done the questions. Well done for anyone who got through all 4 and got the golden question in the bottom corner. Next up, we have got The Simpsons. Love a bit of The Simpsons. And this is where Homer Simpson stays home from church because church is boring. Is church boring? What do we think? I'm looking forward to hearing your answers.
Ah, my beloved family. How was church? I, on the other hand, have been having the best day of my life, and I owe it all to skipping church.
That's a terrible thing to say, kids. Your father doesn't really mean that.
Like fun, I don't. Marge, I'm never going to church again.
Homer, are you actually giving up your faith?
No. Well, yes.
I can't believe you're giving up church, Homer.
Hey, what's the big deal about going to some building every Sunday? I mean, isn't God everywhere?
Amen, brother.
And don't you think that the Almighty has better things to worry about than where one little guy spends 1 measly hour of his week?
Tell it, Daddy.
And what if we pick the wrong religion? Every week we're just making God madder and madder.
Testify. Lord, my husband is by no means perfect, but he's a kind, decent man. Please show him the error of his ways.
Marge, come to bed.
No, Homer. He doesn't mean to be sacrilegious, Lord. He just likes to sleep in on Sundays.
Marge, come to bed, Marge.
Lord, he's not a bad person, Lord, really. He just sometimes...
It's good for what ails you.
He doesn't mean any harm.
I can wait all. Good.
Thou hast forsaken my church.
Well, kind of, but...
But what?
I'm not a bad guy. I work hard and I love my kids. So why should I spend half my Sunday hearing about how I'm going to hell?
You've got a point there. You know, sometimes even I'd rather be watching football. Does St. Louis still have a team?
No, they moved to Phoenix.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I really hate about church? Those boring sermons.
I couldn't agree more. That Reverend Lovejoy really displeases me. I think I'll give him a canker sore.
Give him one for me.
I will.
So I figure I should just try to live right and worship you in my own way.
Homer, it's a deal. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to appear in a tortilla in Mexico.
There we go. So that's the third and final video. How did you find that?
Was it a lot of fun?
Oh, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment.
Head
what
over
you'd
to
like
my
us
channel
to view next time.
Yeah.
All
Tell
that
us-
stuff.
Yeah, send some recommendations, maybe things that you want to see us reviewing.
That is, yeah. Put that in the WhatsApp group and we will do this again and look like idiots for your viewing pleasure.
And maybe we'll get a different person to collab with us.
Oh, love it. And let us know who you want to see on the channel.
Let us know. Maybe it's one of you guys. Who knows?